Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks tie on Sunday Night Football. What? You're watching the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. Hello and welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment. And I'm here to talk about a tie between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And man, I was a Cardinals fan tonight just because I picked them in my picked video. I was one of the few people that went out on a limb and picked the Cardinals to win this football game outright. And I felt really good about it when watching this football game. This was a team that was up 3-0. This was a team that should have been up 6-0. But then for some reason, Bruce Arians decided not to kick a field goal when it was 4th and 1 at the Seattle 30 or near their 30, maybe their 28 or something like that. And first of all, I thought that was a huge blunder. This was late in the third quarter. This is a game where obviously a field goal is so valuable, so incredible. You have to kick the field goal there, Bruce Arians. I mean, this is a huge mistake by Bruce Arians, who this season has completely shocked me with his coaching blunders. He usually doesn't make coaching blunders like this. You know, he's very aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his players. You know, he's willing to take risks. But man, you gotta take the points in a game where a field goal is so valuable. And he failed to do that today. He missed that opportunity. And, you know, this game ended up being tied 3-3. And we went to overtime. And this was a game that was completely predicated on defense. And a lot of people hated this game. They said, oh, what a horrible game. But honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. In fact, I thought it was pretty good even. And here's my rationale. Yes, there were not many points. Yes, there were not many touchdowns or anything like that. But, man, the defensive play that we saw today was absolutely incredible. Guys that were flying to the football, making plays, making tackles, making sacks, making plays. And just the struggle of resiliency and just, you know, trying to get a win. There is suspense in this game, you know, throughout the fourth quarter, throughout overtime, suspense, surprises. Both of these kickers missed easy chip shot field goals to win the game. I thought this was a good game. Yes, there were not many points. Yes, there weren't many big plays, but I thought the suspense was high. You bought in to their emotionally into this game. You bought into everyone's want to win this game. I thought it was a good game. I like the storyline here to this game. The stakes were high. This is for the NFC West supremacy. I mean, the Seahawks can lose this game and they would still be on top, but you know, you got a feeling that, you know, both of these teams are battling for the heart of the NFC West. I thought this was a good game. I thought the storyline here was almost biblical, and the ending was a tie, which unfortunate for both teams. I think more unfortunate for the Arizona Cardinals, who wanted to gain some ground on the Seattle Seahawks, and this hurts because the Cardinals still have a number of tough games coming up. They needed to get this game, and they should have had this game, okay? Again, Bruce Arians should have kicked the field goal late in the third quarter. Again, in overtime, I thought he did a horrible job. As the Cardinals went down the field goal, they scored a field goal. The Seahawks responded with a field goal. Okay, so Cardinals go back down the field, and it's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. I'm kicking the field goal right now. I'm wasting no time. Let's go ahead and get Chandler Catanzaro out there. Let's not have him thinking about it. Let's not have him worrying about it. Let's get him out there, and let's kick this goddamn field goal. That's my thought process. Now, this guy wanted to run the football. Okay, well, you better get in. So for 1st and 2nd down, the Cardinals run the football. So 1st down, they run the football. David Johnson, a sideline left, gets out of bounds and could have potentially got the touchdown. Now, we need to look at this replay. You know, we haven't really sat down and looked at it, but I thought he got in. But then inexplicably, Bruce Arians calls a hurry-up play because they're trying to catch the Seattle Seahawks off guard, and they run a quick play. You got to take your time there. I think you should call a timeout there, and you should let the officials have the chance to review this play. This could be a touchdown here. They go for it on 2nd and goal. Why are you going for it? Kick the field goal. Then they finally decide to kick the field goal, and then they get a delay of game because there's, odd, miscommunication. And you know what? You want to know why? Because you're not prepared. Your special teams was not prepared to go out there on third down. It was an odd play call. It was an odd decision. You run it on first, you run it on second, then you bring them on third down. They weren't worried for it. You weren't ready for it. And the end result was they missed the field goal. They weren't ready. They were not ready. You should have kicked the field goal on first down, or you should have ran it, and kicked it on fourth down. I thought Bruce Arians completely blew that circumstance in that situation. I thought he did. And then, the Seahawks, they go down the field, and then Steven Hauschka misses a chip shot field goal. So 2 easy field goals missed. I mean, these field goals were at least under 33 yards. I don't remember the exact yardage, but I think one was 28 and the other was like 30. I mean, it was bad. I mean, these were chip shot, easy field goals. And, the only reason they missed them is just psychological. I mean, that is it. You don't miss field goals like this. I mean, you just don't do it as a kicker, because literally, I think I can make these field goals. I mean, we're talking about 30 yards here. I mean, this is not a hard field goal at all. This is routine. And also, Bruce Arians, you got to try to center the ball. This ball was placed on the left hash. That didn't make sense to me. If you're going to try to be aggressive, okay, let's run the ball and place it in the middle of the hash. That way we can make it as easy as possible for Chandler Catanzaro, and he blew it. I think Bruce Arians blew this. I'm sorry. I understand that Chandler Catanzaro is the one that missed the field goal. I thought he should have kicked the field goal at the end of the third quarter. I thought they should have centered the ball at the end of overtime and won the game. They would have won the game. I think Bruce Arians blew this one. And, we'll see. I think this game's going to have huge playoff implications in the future. I think this game, this tie, because the Seahawks are still good, I don't see how the Cardinals can win this division now. Honestly, I don't. And they're going to have to go to Seattle and win, and I don't think they can do that. Now, we'll see. This is a number of weeks down the road. In fact, they may face again in week 17, for all I know, because I really don't know their schedule right now. Let me look at it, and they go up against them week 16, actually. So, I mean, we'll see where we go from here, but, this Cardinals needed this game to me. They needed to catch up in this division. They have tough games coming up. They go to Carolina next week, and yes, the Carolina Panthers are 1-5, and they're not good. But, man, neither are you right now. Your defense is damn good, but your offense still has issues. So I don't love this Cardinals team like I want to, because I picked them to win the Super Bowl before the season. I want to be right. Whenever I say something, I want it to be right. And I'm just not convinced I will be right when it comes to the Arizona Cardinals, despite me really wanting to be. David Johnson today, I thought he was superb. Yes, he only had like 3.4 yards per carry, but if you saw this guy and the number of tackles he was breaking and the number of cuts he was making, and his shiftiness and his just running back ability, man, this guy is good. This is the best 3.4 yards per carry I've ever seen. I mean, it was really impressive. Yes, it was only 3.4 yards per carry, but it was just impressive. Look at the film. If you appreciate football, if you appreciate running back play, look at this game, and you'll be surprised that David Johnson was even able to muster what he mustered today. He doesn't have, incredible speed. He has pretty damn good speed. He doesn't have incredible speed or incredible power, but what this guy is able to do and his shiftiness is quite incredible. I was impressed with Michael Floyd, who made a number of big plays today. Didn't have over 100 yards receiving, but I thought he made a number of crucial plays. He showed up more than I thought he would. John Brown was inactive today. J.J. Nelson had a big play. Unfortunately, was not able to run away for the touchdown. Big unfortunate there. Larry Fitzgerald was inconsistent. Didn't consistently get open, which I guess you can expect against the Seattle secondary, but unfortunate. Richard Sherman played well. He did let up some plays to Michael Floyd, but overall played well. And, this Seattle defense was great. Frank Clark, Cliff Averill, they got after Carson Palmer, disturbed Carson Palmer, sacked Carson Palmer. And despite how bad everyone's talking about the Seattle offensive line, they only let up one sack today, and that was to Chandler Jones. And actually, that really wasn't a true sack. I mean, that was just a strip that Chandler Jones had. It really wasn't a sack. He really didn't grab Russ Wilson and pull him down. And, Patriots fans are morons. They keep saying, oh, we traded Chandler Jones for a good purpose. No, you didn't. You drafted Cyrus Jones, who was inactive today. I don't know if he was healthy or injured. I don't care. He hasn't been good. He's been okay. He hasn't been good. And then Jonathan Cooper, who stinks, and I'm not sure he's still on the team. You shouldn't have traded Chandler Jones. And you can rationalize it and say, well, we were not going to be able to keep him because because no, you could. All right, the Patriots have one of the lower payrolls over the upcoming 5 years. You could afford to keep Chandler Jones. You should have kept Chandler Jones. All right, so. Overall, this game, it's a tie. And this is incredible. Leave it to the NFC West to supply a tie every 3 years. That's their move, and they did their move today. And we'll see where these teams can go from here. Now, next week, again, the Cardinals, they go up against Carolina in Carolina, and I don't love it. I don't love it at all. We'll see what happens. The Cardinals should win that game, but I'm putting their odds only at 60%. I may pick the Panthers to win that game. And as for the Seattle Seahawks, I think you have to love this because y'all should have lost today, honestly. The fact that you can get out of this game with only a tie, I think that's incredible for you and your playoff hopes and your seeding hopes in the playoffs because you guys are going to make the playoffs. This is a playoff team. The Seahawks are a playoff team. Despite the disappointments of Tyler Lockett, who I stupidly drafted early in one of my fantasy leagues, what a huge regret by me, despite the inconsistencies from Doug Baldwin and Jimmy Graham, and Paul Richardson and Jermaine Kearse, they're still going to make the playoffs. And Christine Michael, he's inconsistent as well to me. He's okay, he's not bad, but he's inconsistent. They're still going to make the playoffs. The next week, they go to New Orleans, and I have them winning this game. Even in New Orleans, I have them winning this game. I don't think the Saints are going to be able to stop them. I don't think the Saints are going to be able to consistently put up points on them. So we'll see. But if you lose that game, you're 4-2-1. You're still good. That's still a good record to have. And then after that, you host the Bills, and then a huge game at New England. So we'll see, where this game takes both of these teams. But I felt, man, this really hurt for the Arizona Cardinals. This was their chance. And the game was right there to be won. I was disappointed by Bruce Arians today, who I thought really mishandled this game, was not prepared for this game, was not good coaching this game late, and to me, really cost his team the game. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this Sunday night football game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. What are yours? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoy the video, make sure to like and most importantly to subscribe. And until next time, this is the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out.